And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. With me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley. So, about a week into the new baseball season.
Play ball.
Yeah, play ball. You know, it's been an experience.
Okay.
To say the least. Already a week in, and I'm
Are you
this thing already getting agita.
Okay, your hair is still there, so that's good.
Yes,
that's good.
My hair is still here.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I like a team who pretty much has no hope during the season, so it's all fun for me. Or not so fun.
You're just chilling. You're
really
Bradley Rutschman to come up. That's just...
It's pretty much it. Yeah, it's pretty much it. And then see some of the other guys, maybe hit a home run every so often, maybe raise their batting averages, maybe win it. Every win is a victory, like a true victory.
Yeah, every win, you cherish them. Believe me.
Yeah.
The other two teams I'm a fan of absolutely reek. So I know how valuable wins are when they come few and far between.
Yeah, for sure. The opening day was a week ago.
Yeah,
yes.
Last Thursday.
Yeah. Did you tune in? The Yankees played.
Yankee game got rained out.
That's right.
Yankee game got rained out on Thursday. I watched a couple games.
Okay.
Watched I watched the tail end of the Cubs Brewers game. And
okay.
Watching the Mets game. By the way, you
yeah, I had an interesting opening day. You want to hear all about it?
Oh boy.
I also caught the tail end of the Cubs Brewers game. However, I had to be in Chicago last week.
Oh, so you ended up making the trip to Wrigley Field, huh?
I did.
Nice.
How could I not?
Nice.
How could I not?
Yeah, we were talking about this last week.
So the plan was to land in Chicago at about 10:30, and I had to go to my hotel, drop off my bag.
Got delayed. The weather was awful that day. So
it wasn't great, but it wasn't even weather; it was mechanical issues. So my plan was to land at 10:30. Check in my hotel. Game didn't start till 1:20. So I was like, all right, got plenty of time. Maybe I'll go early. It's batting practice. Maybe catch some baseballs. Yeah. And I'd never really gotten any adequate time to explore the insides and outsides of Wrigley Field. The two times I've been there, I either got there late or I was with people who didn't want to go early. So this time I was by myself. So no rules. Everything I was, going on Waveland and Sheffield and maybe catch the ball hawks out there. My plan was to buy a bleacher seat.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Now we looked them up last week. They were like $18. So I was like, "How could I not
dirt
go?"
cheap?
Yeah,
dirt cheap.
Yeah. As it happens, the flight got delayed 2.5 hours.
Oh.
I didn't land until about 1:00, and then getting down to the hotel and all that ate up another 2 hours. So it's about 3:00, and I'm like, "All right, do I go?" I'm like, "Okay, let's just go." I had my whole kind of afternoon was open. Opening day, I'm in Chicago. Let's just go.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll go and wander around, take in the crowd, the energy. Maybe I'll go watch the game at a nearby bar. There's one Murphy's Bleachers, the Cubby Bear. There's some well-known dive bars out there.
Those bars out near Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fun.
Now also, since I'd woken up so early and I hadn't eaten all day, so I really, really wanted a good Chicago dog. You ever seen those?
Yeah,
they got tomatoes and there's a pickle spear in there.
I'm not a fan of vegetables, but I reckon a bratwurst from Chicago has got a good thick bratwurst.
Yeah. So I took the train up there, drops you off right next to the stadium, start walking around. It's cool. You can hear the crowd. Somebody, I can't remember who, somebody just hit a home run. So the crowd was electric. Cubs were up 3-1, and I'm walking around, and I get to the front, and I'm taking selfies by the world famous sign, Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs. It's the one that says "Save Ferris" on it, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh yeah,
that one. And a guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you need a ticket?" And it was the top of the sixth at this point, very late in the game.
Yeah, it's a ticket scalper.
Yeah, I'm like, geez, man, why are you still out here? The game's, but if you got tickets, how much? He's like, well, I got two tickets. I got one for $20. I got one for $15. And I'm like, oh man, do I do it? That's pretty cheap. But
yeah, $15.
I'm like, I don't know. I was like, hey man, let me I gotta go get some cash for you, but I think I might do it. He's like, well, you don't need cash. You can just Venmo me.
Oh yeah, Venmo.
These scalpers are they're enterprises, man.
They're evolving.
They have embraced technologies. I was like, Venmo is Venmo. I got Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. I'm like, well, Venmo would make the most sense. Yeah, Coinbase. I could give you some. Yeah.
Gee,
Dogecoin, Ethereum, like whatever.
Pay them in like Bitcoin or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the big crypto is now. I heard Ethereum's kind of big, but
yeah. And meanwhile, I'm still starving because I hadn't eaten all day. So while I wanted to get into the game, like if you look past the front gate, there's a Chicago dog place like right there. And I'm like, if I can get in, at least I can get a hot dog and watch some of the game. I'm like, all right. So I Venmoed him $20. He emailed me, the barcode, and he went to make sure it actually worked. And all of a sudden, I'm inside Wrigley Field, and
with like a half an hour of a baseball game left.
An hour, good hour, hour. Although with the speed of game rules now, maybe it's more closer to half hour. You don't know. So I go and I take a little video of me ascending the steps and like the field appearing. Like it's my favorite thing to go into a baseball game. You go up and all of a sudden
that's the best part about any sporting event. You go there and you're actually there.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like whoa, looks. Yeah, it's always way bigger than it seems on TV. Although going to Yankee Stadium, it's small. Like, I remember when I sat in the a front row a few years ago at the Mobster game.
Yes,
I remember I was saying like, oh my God, right field really is close.
He's like, you flick your bat.
And oh my God, I could hit one out there.
Yeah, for sure.
I know how to hit lefty.
And
switch hit. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but
you can switch?
I naturally taught myself how to switch hit when I was 8 years old.
Why aren't you in the majors right now?
No, it drove my parents nuts.
They'll kill you.
It drove my parents nuts that I didn't want to play Little League. I just naturally taught myself how to switch hit at
cool.
like 8 years old. Yeah, although I'm way stronger from my right side, and while playing like schoolyard baseball at recess, nobody's really throwing that hard. I did from the old Voyagers yard.
Yes.
When they were on Broad Street.
Mm-hmm.
I hit one.
Did you hit one into the neighborhood? Because that would have been like a home run.
No, I hit one. I believe into the parking lot of the Elks Club.
Wow, that's far. That's a good shot, man.
Yeah, I hit one.
Way back, gone.
Yeah. It was and it was like right on the barrel of the bat. I just killed it.
Yeah. So what shocked me about Wrigley opening day was not packed.
Not packed.
Wrigley
Field. Well, the weather
wasn't great, but it was a week.
Who the hell cares?
Opening was postponed a week, and it was cold, but still, like, I figured in Chicago, like, you take off work, you call in sick, you go to Wrigley Field. So, coincidentally, my friends who had been there since the beginning were sitting on the third baseline, and they're like, hey, it's not packed here, come sit with us. And they were in, like, the $60, $70 ticket seats, so I went and sat with them, nobody said anything, got my Chicago dog, and bottom of 6 is when the Cubs started scoring a couple of insurance runs, started getting exciting. So basically, I went right at the right time. And
you had a good experience. You got
it was good.
Wrigley Field on opening day.
Yeah, got the hot dog, got the energy.
Did they? You got there before Take Me Out to the ball game?
I did, so I got to see that.
Yeah.
They had brought back all their Hall of Fame, their remaining, I think, living Hall of Famers. So Andre Dawson was there.
Oh,
Ryan
nice.
Sandberg, Lee Smith.
Oh,
they were there. That was cool. They looked good.
Cool.
Got to Take Me Out to the ball game with them. It was I got the whole experience, but in 3 innings basically, and for $20.
Get a warm, expensive beer. I
did not get a beer. It was cold out. I was like, I don't even need the beer. I can get the beer later, but. So that was my opening day. I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just telling you like that. There was a moment.
Friday opening day, I was at school. Then I ended up going home, listening to the game on the radio. It was a hectic opening day. I loved opening day for the most part. It was a game. Everything was in it. Everything was in it. It was eventful. It was rather eventful. It was irritating.
I see that.
But it was eventful.
I see that. Yeah, we close-ish game, got some offense, extra innings. Gotta love it.
That damn Ghost Runner rule.
Oh, my God.
Cole got tattooed in the first inning, and then he settled down.
Gave a couple runs. So it's, nothing crazy.
That was like with the shortened spring training. They still have starters on weird pitch counts. And
yes. So Rafael Devers, two-run shot.
Rafael Devers, he owns us.
Apparently so.
Yes.
Apparently so.
Yeah, he does own us. But then, bottom of the first, spirits are low. Tony Rizzo just kills one to right field. Gets the stadium back into it. Bottom of the fourth.
Tony Rizzo.
The bottom of the fourth, Stanton that hits a bullet, just an absolute laser, over the short porch.
Ties it up, my friends.
Then that annoying leprechaun, Alex Verdugo, who was a bitch the whole series. Just a total bitch the entire series. Got an RBI single. Bottom of the eighth, DJ LeMickey hit a home run to
tie it up.
Hit a home run to tie it. That was huge.
Sends it
but
into
Xander
extras.
Bogaerts, one of the most irritating things ever. Just a blooper, total blooper. When the Yankees were hitting ropes right at guys, and that's been a trend to begin the season. Dude, the Yankees have had terrible bad ball luck. But then Gleyber Torres, a sac fly, and then bottom of the 11th, Josh Donaldson makes his mark.
There you go. Welcome to New York,
welcome to
Josh.
New York, Josh Donaldson.
Welcome to New York. And I'm going to pull up the box score here.
Also, Michael King did a hell of a job in the top of the 11th to keep that game tied.
Yeah, for sure. And so Garrett Cole, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs,
That's a little
1 walk.
After the 3-run bombardment in the first inning, he settled down and then sort of cooled off. Bullpen looked great.
Yeah, like our man Chad Green, man.
I
know you're on the fence, but
I'm
pitched a scoreless inning.
Hey, I'm happy.
Clay Holmes a little shaky.
Well, he got soft contact. He got grounders. It was just terrible luck.
Johnny Lasagna, 1.1 innings.
Yeah,
not bad.
Peralta. Chapman. Oh God, Chapman.
How nervous were you? Well,
I'm shaking at the boots every time I see him. You see him pitch.
2 strikeouts, no earned runs, 1 inning pitched.
No. See, he's deceiving us.
I suppose
he is deceiving us. And then Michael King, 2 innings, brilliant.
Michael King holding it down.
Brilliant work.
Holding it down. So close game.
I don't like how they are using the bullpen as much as they are. Although the bullpen is very deep. I will commend them on this.
Jeez, man, did they use everybody in this game? They really wanted to win, I guess.
Holy cow. Yeah, my dad texted me. He's like, oh, yeah, real nice using up your entire bullpen on opening day. It's like, hey, I don't care.
Jeez, what if it had gone longer? Holy cow.
Hey.
Yeah. Woo. But came away with a victory. Gotta love it. So, all right.
I'm not going to go super into depth on the rest of the games, although last night I would like to talk about that. Long story short, Yankees won the series against Boston. They you
gotta be happy about that.
I was happy when they got the win on opening day.
You're happy about it. And winning the series.
I was happy to win. I was happy to win the series. Toronto, oh dude, getting shut out. Okay, let me just say one thing about the Yankees.
Okay.
Real quick, the offense, while it is concerning, if you watch these games and you look at like Baseball Savant, and you look at the expected stats, they have terrible batted ball luck. It's like the greatest defensive alignment in Major League history steps up against them every single night.
Like they know where the ball is going.
Yes, the magnet gloves.
Magnet gloves. It's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yes, it is like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Like an Acme ball magnets.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that evens out though. That's not always going to be like that.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. No shit. I know it's not going to be like that. I've been watching baseball long enough, and while watching the games, I get super annoyed and irritated. As any fan does in the moment, I tweet. I'm angry. I'm angry at the game when they lose, but I look back at it, big picture. At the big picture, I'm sitting there. I'm like, listen, it's April. The Yankees always stink it up in April. I know that they're gonna go on a stretch sometime in the next couple months where they're gonna win like 7 straight games, and I'm gonna be bowing down to them. And then they're gonna go on another bad stretch. That's the thing with baseball.
Right.
No matter how good your team is, you're gonna be in a shitty mood 60 times out of the year. at least.
Right.
That's if you're like amazing. You're going to be in a shitty mood 60 times a year. So last night, Vladimir
Last
Guerrero
night.
Jr. Jesus.
Yeah. No,
Jesus.
we knew.
Okay, that home run went 98 in on the hands.
Yes.
Sends it like 400 feet.
Yes. Basically.
But I'm sitting there and you can't blame Cole. Look at this. 4 for 4. 3 home runs and a double.
Yes. 4 RBIs. 3 runs.
Come on. Like you can't. I mean, dude.
Like, what is this like?
Now here's the thing. This isn't just a
14
you
total
problem.
bases. Yeah, it's crazy.
See, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. isn't just a you problem. This is an us problem.
No, I feel your pain.
We have to deal with this for the next 15 years.
And this is not going to be his last 3 home run game, by the way. And he's got 4 total on the year, by the way. It's been 1 week. So if that means anything
Vladimir
to anybody,
Guerrero Jr.
he's having a good start. And not only that, but the 203 home runs he hit, plus the double, I believe, he had a bloody hand.
Yeah, Dave hurt his hand. Hicks ended up, I think.
Yeah, someone stepped on his hand.
Yeah, Hicks stepped on his hand.
He got spiked. And afterwards, they bandaged it up 2 stitches.
Yeah,
he had to get stitched up.
And he ended up hitting 2 more bombs after that.
But he was.
Come on.
They're about to take
Like,
him out. They're like, I ain't coming out.
This loss.
I'm not coming out.
Okay, like at the time, this loss pissed me off, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, I gotta respect it. I gotta respect. He owns us.
I think even Garrett
he
Cole
is a Yankee killer. Yeah, Garrett Cole
said
tipped his cap.
Yeah, it's like if you had a cap, you better have tipped it to like Guerrero because he was unstoppable last night.
Yeah, dude, somehow he's better than his dad. Somehow better than his dad.
Yes. That is crazy. Yeah. He's a Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, he is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? And he did this against one of the best pitchers in baseball. So take that forever, whatever you will. But yeah, that's nuts. He almost had that first home run taken away, though.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, it was in the glove. Then it flew out of the. Yeah, I'll. We gotta watch this real quick. Just or do you? But it is a thing of beauty.
Oh my god, dude!
He hit it to the deepest part of the.
Yankees hitting a home run to dead center in Yankee Stadium is really tough. Say what you want about the short porch, like down the lines, it's small, but in the gaps, it is.
Yeah.
It is deep. Oh my god.
Deep.
Oh god, he barely.
It was in the glove, which where we'll get the. Hicks caught that ball, but as it came back down, watch. They're going to do a close up right here, I think. He had he had it.
Oh my!
He had it.
God.
He has it, but he dropped it He dropped it over there.
Oh,
he had it. It would have been a great catch,
dude. If he had that would have been the. Oh god, that goddamn jacket. Dude, if they weren't in our division, I
listen.
Dude, the Blue Jays. I'm gonna say straight up before the season.
Yes.
I had the Blue Jays kind of pegged as my World Series.
I remember
coming out of the American League.
Right.
I am super high on them. They didn't have the best offseason, but they're already one of the best teams.
Yeah, well, they took 2 or 3 other from the Yanks, so yeah, you gotta.
Which is why this is why I was so concerned about the Yankees blowing it in 2019.
Yeah.
Because we knew the Blue Jays were coming up.
Right.
We knew they were coming up. The Rays were the Rays.
Yeah.
The Red Sox, they weren't going to be down forever.
No. So, so the only thing you do have to count on is that the Orioles are going to suck. So, like,
Yeah.
at least you got that right.
Anyway, so tonight, sort of rubber game of the series, I guess.
Well,
if the Yankees come away with a split here, 4-3.
Let's hope so.
If they go 4-3 first stretch of the year, going into a
first week.
Yeah, first week 4-3.
Can't complain.
No, when the race is still relatively tight.
Yeah.
In the AL East,
they are tied for third.
The bloodbath
with a 3-3, but Baltimore
only team in the American League East with a positive run differential.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yes. Yeah, dang, man. How does Cleveland have plus 23? Holy crap.
Because they beat up on the Royals a couple times.
They did.
Yeah, I mean, they scored like 10 runs in consecutive games.
They did. Baltimore 1-5.
But you had the Rays at the Trop to begin the year. That's a death sentence.
That was tough, and they got swept. However,
No, there's always one lucky AL East team that's gonna get the Orioles.
a couple of positive. Bullpen's been decent. Offense is, no offense, no pitching. The other night I was watching the game versus the Brewers. Bottom of the 8th, they had bases loaded, no outs. Next 3 batters strike out. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
That is yikes, dude. That's bad.
It's not great.
You got the April Mets.
It's not great.
You got the April Mets deceiving their fan base.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're happy. They're happy. They're loving life right now. They're printing their playoff tickets already.
Oh, dude, Mets
not
fans
so fast, guys.
Playoff tickets. Dude, they're playing the parade.
They are playing the parade, for sure. They're and they're insufferable as always right now.
Dude,
so
Mets fans, dude.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can't even say it. They're annoying. They're 5-2 in their first place in the NL East.
Yeah,
They're doing good.
yeah,
They're doing good. Just wait till these mysterious injuries start popping up, and every year, man.
DeGrom and Scherzer, they're already beat up a bit.
Kind of banged up. Otherwise, trying to see. I mean, otherwise, no surprise really. I mean, Dodgers are 3-2, but that's
Colorado's leading.
Colorado's
NL
being
West.
4-1. Yeah, it's little crazy, little crazy. San Francisco 4-2. Yeah. Otherwise, no. I don't see any huge surprises here, really. Again, it's early,
Yeah.
but it's early. However, I was checking out. I'm whipping out this device now. I was checking
Ooh, the phone.
checking stats.
Ooh.
Checking stats. So Vlad Guerrero 4 home runs already.
Yeah.
Mainly due to yesterday.
Yeah.
But Nolan Arenado 3 home runs.
That ballpark. Wouldn't think.
Yep, exactly. And Byron Buxton 3 home runs. So a lot of people. Yeah, couple guys. Seiya Suzuki from the Cubs, signed from Japan.
I wanted the Yankees to get him.
Well, I remember you went on record on this show going that should have gotten him. And
dude, he would have. I couldn't help but see Matsui. That was the Yankees. I've said forever that this team needs a good Japanese player.
You're absolutely right. Not only great for the fan base, a lot of Asians in New York City, in the East Coast, but a lot of Asian Yankee fans. So,
dude, in Japan, they love the Yankees.
Yeah.
Because of yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my mom actually, when she lived in Japan, like in the mid '90s, she taught English actually in Japan.
Cool.
So that's a.
Did she ever go to a game?
I don't.
Because they're nuts there, man. You ever see that footage?
I don't think, but she did watch the Yankees win the '96 World Series in like a Japanese bar.
Oh, really?
Or something.
That's cool. That's awesome.
And they love the Yankees over there.
Yeah.
In Japan.
That's awesome. So last year, Suzuki hit 317, 38 home runs. Now, granted that was in the Nippon Baseball League, but if you can do even a fraction of that,
he's slugging 1,000 so far.
He is.
I love small sample sizes.
Oh yeah, they just look
cracked.
Yeah, so
like players look like Barry Bonds. You got like at least 15 players who look like Barry Bonds.
Right, like
to begin the year.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. is on pace for like 128 home runs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I'm rooting for Suzuki, man. I want those numbers to translate, and I just I like Asians in general, just for obvious reasons. Yeah, for sure.
Are there any big Chinese baseball players or
right now?
No.
Well, right now I don't think so. I like Bruce Chen and Chen Ming Wang are the two that I remember of recent. No, I'm probably maybe.
They're both of them are named Chen.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, good point. Good point. But the one, the Asian player, I really want to this Quan kid.
Oh my God, yeah. Did that guy
Reach base 15 times? I know. Opening series. Yeah, he had no swinging strikes through like 23
That's
or
ridiculous.
26 swings.
That's still okay.
not-
Okay, we're
did
gonna
not have
pump the brakes on Steve Kwan.
That's what
real
he had
quick.
no strikes through 26 swings. I think up until yesterday he didn't record just even a strike. So the guy's got good discipline and contact. So
Yeah, just unbelievable.
yeah, which is insane. When
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been in one of those batting cages and I'll do the 90-mile-per-hour one.
No.
You can't even touch the
I've
ball.
never done that.
It's humbling. It's humbling because you get in there and you're like, I don't know where this ball. You're like, you got to guess. It goes so fast. So I don't know how these guys do it. They just have such great reflex that they can even catch that ball for a second before as it leaves the pitcher's hand, so they can even hit it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I went back down to the 40-mile-per-hour baseball. That one I could actually see. So
It's ridiculous. I would. It would be kind of fun for me to get in one of those cages.
we should do. Where's the closest? Keensburg? I know they have some over there. I drove past it.
Keensburg?
Yeah.
The state is known for baseball as this, and the closest batting cage to us is Keensburg.
I believe so. Like, well, here, let's look it
But
up.
how far away is?
Let's look it up because
I've never
if
been
so,
to
we should go and
Keensburg.
get some video footage. Batting cage centers nearby. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I think they're all up and down the shore, but I don't think there are any around here. Like I remember there used to be some. They would have them like over at the local putt, and I believe Keensburg might be the closest one. But if anybody knows, chime in, because that'd be great if there was one we could. There might be one hidden.
You said there's one at Riverside Gardens Park.
I think.
No.
I think they mean there's there's not even a field there.
Yeah, what the hell? If there was one at Riverside Gardens.
Yeah. I would love to go. Although I have not swung a bat in a while, and I think my reflexes have slowed down.
The sports barn that's in Monmouth.
Yeah.
In Lincroft.
Man.
There are some baseball fields in Lincroft, though.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Keensburg batting cages. Oh, there's a place called All Sport New Jersey in Long Branch. By the way, if any of these places, maybe you're listening right now or watching, and you want to invite us down to take a couple hacks and record it, and we'll blow it up.
Yeah.
For sure. And then there's a place in Cliffwood just called the Cage. Sounds like the Octagon. The Cage.
The Cage.
Welcome to the Cage. Yeah. Yeah. There's let's see. There's yeah. So wherever we find it. I don't know if there's. Wish there was one like down the street though.
Yeah,
Like
there was one down the street. Although Red Bank is a.
So wait, you've never been in a batting cage?
I've never taken formal batting practice.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I mean, when I was little, my dad would throw balls to me, and I don't know.
Oh, those machines are fun though, because you put in, you go and put on the helmet. They give you have adequate protection. You put in like the token or whatever, and then you hear the the ball, and then yeah, it's great. And then usually like the one at Keensburg, you don't know where the ball's going because it just kind of whiffs it at you.
Yeah.
Like they don't. It's not really. It's aimed, but not. There's no pinpoint accuracy. So
pegged in the shoulder.
You could. It could happen.
No, I don't want to get hit in the shoulder. What the hell? Are you nuts?
Just get out of the way. It could happen. Just keep your eye on the ball. It could go 10 feet above you. It could go 4 feet below you. One might luckily actually hit the strike zone. That's what it's supposed to. It's supposed to. But these things are so old. Like you don't know how they're calibrated, right? So, yeah. Although maybe some of these newer ones, like maybe you can dial it in better.
Yeah,
but...
the newer ones. I'm assuming the newer. No, the ones when like you were growing up playing in high school.
Right.
Those are the ones that go, and then they throw one right at your nuts. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you could get hit in the nuts.
Yes.
You could. Yeah.
And I have gotten hit in the nuts by sports balls before.
It's not fun.
I remember when I was like umpiring a game like at school in kickball. I was like on a total power trip. I was in 8th grade. I tried throwing my friend
out.
Yeah, I tried throwing my friend out of the game, and he threw the ball and he hit me
Oh man.
right in the nuts. So now, and then year later, same guy. We're playing soccer. I'm in goal because I don't know how the hell to play soccer. I'm big.
Right.
I'm big, and they put me in net. And I played goalie in Minecraft hockey for a few years.
There's no physical contact in that.
So like I don't know. I understood the mental aspect of it to like a percentile.
Okay.
Like a small percentage of the mental aspect of being a goaltender.
Yeah.
So then this guy comes in on a fast break, and kicks the soccer ball. Now, mind you, soccer balls when they're flying at you, they hurt.
They hurt. Yeah, they're it's a fast moving leather ball.
Kicks it, hits me, bam.
Right in the nuts.
I fall on the ground.
Wow.
My math teacher comes over, who I had known for a few years up to that point, and meanwhile he knows him.
Were you writhing around on the ground?
Yes, I was on the ground. I got hit in the nuts by a soccer ball. What the hell else would I do?
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm like, ooh. And he's like, "Oh, you good, man?" I'm like,
"Yeah, I'm okay."
I'm like, "Yeah, just gotta
walk it off."
Yeah, I did the Peter Griffin. I was like,
ah.
Yeah, I did the Peter Griffin.
Ah. That's well, I'm glad you recovered.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're able to reproduce in the future. I don't know, but hopefully, yeah. I'm sure. Just walk it off. Just walk it off. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, before I forget, I want to touch on Judge's extension talks or the lack thereof.
What's the update? Type in
Cashman straight up put the numbers out there to the press.
Okay.
To the public.
And
he said it was 7 years, $30.5 million a year. Judge turned it down.
Which breaks down to 30 and a half?
30 and a half million a year.
What is he looking at? 35? 40? Is he worth 30 and a half?
He wants like Mike Trout money. That's what he wants.
He's not Mike Trout though.
Yeah, he's not Mike Trout. Yeah, no shit. That's what everyone's saying to him.
It's not Mike Trout. But
hey, I'll commend him. Dude, he's bold. He's betting on himself. That's confidence. Like there are very few things in baseball that are intangible anymore.
Right.
With all the advancements and stats, mathematics, radar technology, there are very few things that are intangible, but that confidence to look at I admire
confidence for sure. However, is he worth $30.5 million a year for 7 years? So that would put him.
I was like, dude, Aaron Judge is really good. He is really good at baseball. I'd pay him that. I'd give him $30.5 million a year. That's how good he is.
He is age 29, so he'll be 36 by the time.
Times 7, it's $213.5 million. You turn that down, dude.
Okay.
Hey, solid.
Okay.
Solid. I'll give it to him.
Okay. I've got one argument about why that might be a bad idea. He gets injured a lot.
Okay.
And to be honest, I don't know.
Let me debunk the Aaron Judge injury-prone narrative. Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay. So listen to me. Let me make my case.
Okay, please.
2018. The reason why I missed so many games, he got hit on the wrist by a pitch. That's not his fault.
No.
It's not faulty muscle tissue.
No, you're right.
2019 was the first time he actually got hurt, where it was something with his muscle. He pulled his oblique swinging.
Sure.
The second time he got hurt that year, he was diving for a ball and he cracked his ribs. That's a freak accident. Right. You can't blame him for that.
And may have collapsed his lung. We're still not sure about that. Remember that?
Oh my God! Yeah,
that collapsed lung thing.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of the worst handlings of an injury ever. I was like, okay, he went from just a
cracked rib.
He went from a bum shoulder,
yes,
to cracked ribs to a collapsed lung. Man, I was pissed.
Yeah, I remember.
I was pissed about that. 2020. He got hurt again, but in a 60-game season.
Yes.
he still would have played around 130 games or over 120 at least.
Okay.
And last year he played
148 games.
Last year he played 148 games.
So,
He was healthy. He would have played way more. He would have hit 40 bombs if he didn't get COVID. So, and you can't blame him for COVID either.
No, I guess not. So, yeah.
And I don't care if he's unvaccinated. I'm not going to blame a guy for getting a highly contagious virus that at the time had crazy, stringent, odd regulations around it in major professional sports leagues.
All right. This is what I would worry about personally. And this is it. 6'7", 282 pounds. That's a lot of weight and to be throwing around.
Yes, it's good.
It's
got all the power. What the hell do you mean? What are you getting at?
I'm getting that a body of that type is very injury prone. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I literally outlined every single reason as to why he's not injury prone.
I know.
Okay, then why isn't the narrative for Mike Trout being injury prone out there? But Judge has played more games than him in the last few years.
Yeah, good point, but Mike Trout is Mike Trout. Am I?
Wait. No. We are not talking about the quality of player.
Okay.
Yes, Mike Trout is on a level that only very few baseball players all time are going to hit.
Right. Surefire Hall of Famer. I mean,
the only guys who I can say all time, I can confidently say, were better than Mike Trout, and I can say by the time Mike Trout's career is over, will be better than Mike Trout. The only guys I can confidently say all time who are better than Mike Trout are Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, and Hank Aaron. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we can make multiple lists, but that's
yes, you can make.
That's a
yes,
good one.
But off the top of my head, I'm thinking the guys who I am confident will be better than Trout by the time his career is over are Ruth, Aaron, and Bonds. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, up until recently, he's pretty durable, though, averaging, say, about 157 games a season. So,
but that's not the point. 2017, he played 114 games.
I know.
Judge played that amount of games in one of his seasons, and people threw around the injury-prone narrative. Yeah. Why? This isn't a problem of a player getting injured or durability. It's a problem of journalism and the way that certain narratives are pushed about certain players. Right.
So you don't buy it. Just as time goes on, the body starts breaking down. It gets old.
Yes, I know.
Muscles,
I don't care, dude. Judge is a great player. If the Yankees let Judge walk in free agency,
no, they can't.
For something other than if Steve Cohen gives him 10 years, $360 million, fine. 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 Have fun with that.
Sure. Well, yeah, you'd be stupid not to take that.
Fine. No, I'm talking about Mets fans. They're gonna have fun with that.
Yeah.
Finally, they'd get their dream. They'd poach the Yankees on one of their players. Fine. They had one of their sick, twisted fantasies come true.
Right.
Fine. But I mean, with Judge, this is gonna play out. I still think it's around the 60-40 shot that he stays here.
Really? Okay, and he turned that down. 7 years.
Yeah, he turned that down, but he's turned that down because it's before the season. He has leverage right now.
Sure.
His market value will change, or it will stay the same. He's gonna get his. He's gonna,
really think?
He's gonna get his market value from someone again. This isn't a question of baseball. This is just a question of economics.
Right. How high is
this is a question of supply and demand.
How high is his salary ceiling? You think? Now, say
if he has another season like 2017, which I doubt is ever gonna happen again, I say he can get around $35 million a year. Yes, that's if he hits over 45 home runs, a 422 on base percentage, and something around the 637 slugging percentage. Then yes, 627 slugging percentage. Sorry, and leads the league in walks. Then yes, he will get around $35 million a year, and the Yankees, if they are really serious about keeping him, they will pony up and give him that money.
Right. Wow.
Again, this isn't the Judge situation. The more I think about it, it's less a question about baseball and more a question about economics, really.
Right. Wow.
Again, this is the business side of it. This is the side of it that I'm trying to understand. This is the side of it that I really want to understand because I think it would do a lot for me as a journalist. But,
Right. 35 mil a year.
Yes, I think okay. 52 home runs. You
I know.
You wouldn't throw that right there?
I would. Although I am thinking, so basically that's kind of almost making $250,000 a week. If you break it down
Yes,
like that.
yes. And
How
Aaron
insane
Judge,
is that?
Dude, it's Aaron Judge.
I know.
He's good at baseball. Dude, can we?
He is.
Like, can we?
No, yes, he is very good at baseball.
Not.
I know. That's a lot of
Aaron Judge's talent.
That's a lot of money, man.
Like,
that's more than the Oakland A's complete salary, by the way.
Yes, and the Oakland A's are cheap. That's their problem.
It is.
That's their problem. The A's aren't going to sign Judge.
No.
Never.
No.
That would never happen.
If they had Judge, they would have let him go already. So
yes. If they had Judge, they would have traded him this offseason.
Oh man, 35 mil for how long? You're not giving him 7 years, are you?
I'm not. 7 years. That takes him until he's 37. Everyone's getting long-term contracts. That's not how I'm sure in a perfect world I'd give Judge around 5 years.
5?
In a perfect world, I'd give Judge 5 years. 35, he starts declining and you start paying him less. Yes, in a perfect world, I'd give him that. In a vacuum where the players were hamstrung and forced to accept any contract they were offered, yes, absolutely. I'd only give him 5 years. But
that ain't happening.
Yeah, that isn't happening. These guys like length.
Yes, they do. Insane. Well, I guess you probably won't hear anything till the off season then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a saga. Oh my God, this podcast during next off season, that's all we're gonna talk about every day.
Yeah.
Because the Devils are gonna be out of it by hot stove.
Oh yeah.
The Devils are gonna be out of it by hot stove. The Giants are the Giants. So I'm gonna take every excuse not to pay attention to that.
I know. Training camp preseason's coming up though, and the draft. So.
Oh my God, dude, the NFL draft, Jesus!
It's really
every year that sneaks up on me.
Well, I think the thing is,
every year it sneaks up on me because it's the beginning of baseball season. I'm focused on that.
Right. Finish.
So I have it at the back of my head. I'm like, okay, NFL draft.
Okay.
I don't think about it,
and then
until baseball season starts, I'm sucked into that.
Hey, NFL draft coming. I was like, what?
NFL draft is coming up in 2 weeks. The Giants are cap crunched, so they might have to trade James Bradberry. So I'm all of a sudden like, holy crap, the draft's coming up. Literally 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks from right now, I am gonna be sitting in my house. I'm gonna be
the command center, the Karen Willie command center.
Yes, in my bedroom at my desk. Sitting there having a heart attack, bickering with my friends over who's going to draft some idiot. And we are leading off with our first shitty CBS Sports mock draft of the year. So, but this draft
is the first pick.
Okay, I'm going to warn you, I have not done basically any extended research on these prospects.
Boy, you didn't know it snuck up on you, so that's fine.
But I didn't do any research on these guys. Sure, spring break is right now. I've said I do film study over spring break of these prospects. So, first overall, Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan guy.
Yes.
To Jaguars. What I love about this draft is, from what I've observed, it's going to be a crapshoot from the number 1 overall pick. Number 2, Kayvon Thibodeau to the
Detroit Lions.
I could see that. The Thibodeau, he's really good. I want him to follow the Giants.
Probably not likely.
Ike Mekwonu. Guy I want the Giants to look at because he's an offensive lineman going number 3 to the Texans. I can see that.
They could.
Trayvon Walker, number 4 to the Jets. Evan Neal, number 5 to the Giants. I would love this. Alabama tackle. About as close to proven as you can get.
Yes.
Number 6, and this is where the question.
Yeah, this is an easy pick for the Giants.
Yes.
Evan Neal.
Number 6, this is where the questions come in. Kenny Pickett. The quarterback. Has Kenny Pickett's stock really risen that much?
That's news to me.
There's no way his stock could have risen that much that he could be mocked in the top 8.
Right.
And then number 7, Sauce Gardner to the Giants. I could see this.
Yeah.
Remember Garrett Wilson. But I am going to be so interested to look at this draft. This is going to be fun to watch because, dude, there's so much shit that can happen. There are so many places where people can fall, and that'll change up the entire dynamic. Dude, by the time the second overall pick happens,
yes,
that's when the entire thing's going to be flipped on its head.
Yeah,
it's going to be so fun to watch it with friends and start screaming.
Who knows what?
We're going to be like, oh my God, that they picked him. They picked him here. Oh my God, that's so unexpected. What the hell does this do to the rest of the draft?
Yeah.
It's fun.
So you're keeping these 2 first-round picks?
You know what? The possibility of a team getting overly desperate for a quarterback, because you know how quarterback the quarterback value in the draft works a lot differently than value of other positions.
Right.
There are teams that will pay through the
They start
nose.
Panicking, yes.
They pay through the nose to get a quarterback. Because their plan was like, okay, we're going to suck this year and then draft a quarterback. And it's like, oh, shit, we finished only a couple games under 500. We only have like the 12th pick. We're not going to get a franchise guy there. So they end up.
Straight up.
They end up.
Give up a boatload.
Again, dude, again, comes down to supply and demand.
Sure.
A lot of demand, and then the team that's there and not really looking for a quarterback says, okay, come on, a little more.
Yep.
A little more. They start throwing down more dollar bills.
Yeah. Is this enough?
Wait, okay.
Is this enough here?
See if
Throw
I
some
can.
change
I want
to
to see if I can do a visualization.
Okay.
Of left,
right.
like from my wallet.
Okay. Do you have cash on you?
Yes.
Wow.
I have $10.
Wow.
I couldn't do a.
What do I got? So here, is this enough? All right. How about more?
No.
How about no?
More.
Okay.
More.
Okay.
See that is a representation.
More. All right. Is this enough? All right. Wait. Maybe I got some. Do I have any change?
Yeah. Okay. Throw in a fifth next year.
Yes. Okay.
Throw in a fifth. Come on. Throw in a fifth next year.
Done.
Yeah. That is how it's banned. And then next time, I was gonna throw my debit card on the table, but I don't want to look.
Right.
I realized that would be a very bad idea for obvious reasons.
Start reading the numbers. Oh, right. I don't know how much you have in there, but don't do that.
Yeah, I was. It would have been a good gag, but it would have been.
Yeah. It's like, what happened to all my money? Oh.
I would have had to have made sure to blur it out.
Yeah.
Actually, I could have blurred it out.
Could have. Just throw it on or upside down. But I think the number is on the back too, so never mind.
Yeah. There's a number on the back.
Never mind. So
attention, all epic Fortnite gamers. John Wick is stuck in the Tilted Towers, and he needs your help. All he needs is your mom's credit card number, the expiration date, and the 3 numbers on the back.
Yeah, that's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Oh man. Well, it's coming up in maybe 2 weeks. Everybody.
Fun. It's fun. I love the NFL draft. It's always fun. We always make a big deal of it.
Dude, it's like Christmas around here.
Giants always pick high.
Yes, and then hopefully it pans out. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. New GM. You don't know what the hell this guy likes.
Right.
You don't know what the hell this guy's philosophy is when it comes to trading back. Although Joe Shane, very modern.
Yeah.
I think he's open to trading back.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst idea, depending on what people are offering. And then, you're right. They get desperate.
As you know, quarterback stock.
They get desperate.
Stock when it
Way
comes to
too
quarterback. Then in these next couple weeks, it shoots up.
Yeah. So it
skyrockets every year.
It's funny what desperation does to people.
Oh yes, yeah, desperation, especially to GMs who are clinging on to their jobs. Absolutely, that's what Ryan Pace did last year to trade up for Justin Fields.
Yep.
He made Dave Gettleman look smart in a trade.
Yeah, right. Which that's no small feat.
That's tough.
That's no small feat.
His best accomplishment as GM.
Yeah. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Are you still watching hockey?
No, dude. Jack Hughes is out for the year. What the hell do I care?
I would say that, and they got crushed by Montreal last week. They got how do you Montreal scored 7 goals?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, but then
I don't know, and
then they turn it around. This weird,
then they beat
Southwest
the
tour.
Stars.
They beat the Stars 3-1.
So he sure scored a beautiful goal.
He did, and they.
The Yankee game was on at the time. I wasn't watching.
Okay, fair enough.
My attention for hockey is kaput.
Fair enough, but they scored three period goals, and
the young talent is there.
A win is now they're just filling in holes. I think everyone. Yes. So who just broke their hand and like?
Wait, who the hell broke their hand?
I think I have to look. Did Quoken break his hand or something? I don't know. I gotta look. I only noticed. Thank you, Amanda Stein, on Twitter for keeping us updated.
Yes,
even when we don't watch. Even though
on
we
Twitter,
don't watch.
They beat the shit out of the Coyotes.
They did. Thank God,
was fun.
Man.
Dude, Fabian Zetterlund finally scored a goal.
First goal, man.
This guy's been in Chell since I was 13.
Right.
Finally scored a goal.
Oh, hey, man, you got a shot.
Crying out loud.
Got a shot. Make the most of it. Makes the most of it, right?
It's about time. Kevin Ball scored his first goal.
Yeah.
Trade that broke on the show. The Taylor Hall trade, which will now be known as the Dawson Mercer trade.
Yes. Yeah. But then
they scored 4 unanswered.
Yeah, Tatar, Sharangovich got a couple.
No, it's whatever. No, Sharangovich is shutting me up about that whole product of Jack Hughes narrative that I've been pumping about him for like the last 3 years. The last 2 years.
Yeah. Anyways,
the only thing I saw from Devil's Broken was Steven Giannis.
Yeah, Jonathan's like, how old is that story? All right, never mind. I thought somebody broke their hand. So.
Hey, dude, 2012 playoffs. I will shut up about. Hey, Ryan Carter and Steven Giannis, salute. That's great. But Steve Bernier, dude, don't let. He didn't.
It still haunts you?
Yes. That boarding penalty in Game 6.
Yeah. Did you just see this story? There's a brawl, Edmonton, Minnesota Wild.
I didn't see it again.
Ryan Hartman and Vander Kane get into a scrap.
Oh damn! No, Vander Kane, that guy's a bad case.
Ryan Hartman, as he's skating off the penalty box, gives Vander Kane the middle finger.
It's hockey. What the hell do you expect?
You would think, but that carries a pretty hefty fine of $5,000.
Oh, $5,000. Give me a break.
Yeah. Now,
Give me a break.
That in itself, not a big deal, but somebody posted something. Vander Kane's ex-wife apparently Venmo'd Ryan Hartman $200 to help out with the fine.
Oh, God.
I don't. Now, I can't verify that this actually happened.
Ex-wives. I mean, Evander Kane is probably.
But if it did.
Evander Kane is probably giving his ex-wife money hand over.
Oh yeah, so he paid the fine then.
In one way or another, he paid the entire. In one way or another, Evander Kane paid part of the fine.
Yeah. Oh, and the Wild fans are Venmoing Ryan Hartman as well. But if it's ex-wife, is this? Yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't know if this is it is true, but yeah, that's what it says here though. It does indeed say. Now, this is a screenshot, so anyone
there's one thing that I have learned as a young man. It is that there are certain women out there that are just that, like, you know, the moment you see them post one thing on social media, you know they're nuts. I know for a fact that Evander Kane's ex-wife could not have been the sharpest tool in the shed, let's say.
Sure.
If she's shelling out $200 to pay off a fine,
it's pretty fun.
Then you know that divorce must have been nasty.
Sure. Wow. Anna Kane is her name. And I can't verify this. Maybe somebody photoshopped this, but maybe if it's true though, how awesome! It's pretty great.
It's funny.
It's pretty great. But you're right. Evander Kane, if they're divorced, he's probably paying her something.
Yeah.
And so he ended up paying. He paid
a portion of the fine.
But you know what? $5,000. You're right. For those guys dropping the bucket, totally worth flipping the bird. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
To send a message.
Yeah, it's hockey.
It's hockey. It is absolute. It is hockey. It is awesome. It is. I
gotta wonder if the people running the NHL actually have ever played hockey before.
No, they'll. Yeah, we.
Gary Bettman ever like playing the? Did you ever play high school or something?
Yeah.
You played Pee Wee as a kid.
T-ball.
Then y'all wonder if Rob Manfred ever played T-ball.
T-ball. Kershaw, 7 perfect innings
That's
yesterday.
ridiculous.
But then they pulled him.
Don't get me started
you
on this.
agree
dude.
or disagree with this?
Oh my god, dude! What the hell, man, dude? 7 perfect innings. I don't care if you're on a pitch count. Just go hitter by hitter.
Sure.
At that point, go hitter by hitter.
Yeah. Now, two arguments here. He was only 80 pitches in. Now it's early, sure. It's Clayton Kershaw. Though.
Like, yeah, dude, who the hell cares? Dude, Clayton Kershaw had every right to attempt to throw a perfect game.
Yes. He's got 1 under his belt, so he's done it before.
Reminds me when Domingo Germán threw 6 no-hit innings in his major league debut against the Cleveland baseball team.
Yes.
Now, granted, the end of that game, it changed wildly because Dellin Betances ended up blowing the lead, and the Yankees ended up coming back to tie the game, and then Gleyber Torres walked it off. That game was interesting, but
yeah.
But I don't know. I'm fine with keeping pitchers on stringent pitch counts and taking them out like at the first sign of trouble. Taking them out, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Having a short leash and
80 pitches, though. He was 6 outs away.
Yeah, but like on a short leash and being cautious, I'm fine with that. Except when it's in the case of no-hitters and perfect games.
Sure. Throw them out there.
I hate the many unwritten rules about this sport, but that is one that I actually agree with.
Yeah. I mean, the only one where I can think of where it probably ruined the career was Johan Santana. Remember that? He was not the same after. They kept him for 134 pitches or something crazy like that.
Cares?
That's and blew out his shoulder capsule, and yeah.
That's what he's remembered for.
And it was the Mets. Let's put that into consideration.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he sits there and he's like, yeah, that was worth it.
Yeah, I got a no-hitter, so.
Yeah, Mets fans love him forever.
Yeah. But 80 pitches, that's nothing, man. He probably could have gone. Probably had another 30, 40 pitches in him. That's Kershaw. He's a great pitcher. All right, so you do not agree with them pulling him?
Yeah.
I don't either.
I don't agree with them pulling him.
I don't either. Would have been, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he was that good up until that point, yeah, run him out there.
Ride.
Run him out there.
Let it ride.
Anyways, perfect game broken up, so but I think Clayton Kershaw is just I think I've mentioned on the show Hunter Pence. But
Hunter Pence.
The guy I love to name drop, but
Hunter Pence.
happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Hunter Pence.
It was today. I think today's his birthday. 38, 39. I don't know. He's still a young guy. Still a young guy. I had dinner with him once. So I'm like, so Kershaw, what's it like, man? He's like, yeah, he's tough, man. It's tough. He's hard to hit against, but I think he's got 2 career home runs off of him. So he dropped that in there, which I was like, yes.
Aaron Judge had hit a home run off Kershaw one time.
Yeah.
DJ LeMahieu hit a home run off Kershaw.
Yeah.
Leadoff homer in the first inning.
Yeah.
At Dodger Stadium. I remember that series.
Yeah.
Very fondly.
Right.
Might I add, I remember that series.
And Ohtani playing pitching and DHing, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool.
I love it. That's cool. That's good baseball.
Yeah, I love.
There,
yeah.
Man. Go up there. He's probably not drinking beer and eating hot dogs like Babe Ruth, but he can do both, man.
You gotta wonder how they calculate his wins above replacement. You gotta wonder how the hell they do that.
How do you do that?
Wait a second.
That's a great question.
Wait a second. I'm gonna go on Fangraphs. I want to try.
In fantasy, do you get both stats? Fantasy baseball?
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I assume you get both.
Okay, jeez, man, what a great play! But that ruins everybody else because no one else has 2-way players. So.
Okay, Shohei Ohtani. Okay, let's.
Okay.
I need to look at.
War it up.
Looking at what his Okay, you got
he'll be
all the way
doing.
down to value in 2021. Oh, dude, what the? Oh, dude, pitching WAR is calculated completely differently to position player WAR.
Yeah.
Maybe there has to be something else here.
It'd be cool if he pitched a shutout and hit a home run.
Oh wait, never mind. Okay. His batting WAR was 5.1. He had a 5.1 WAR as just a DH.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
5.1 batting WAR in 2021 and a 3.0 pitching WAR. So a total of 8.1 wins above replacement.
Yeah.
Stupid, man. It is stupid. Just what he's done. It's amazing.
It's crazy. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. Anything else going on here? Couple benches clearing brawls in the past week. Nothing crazy.
We just buck Showalter.
Yes.
So all the old heads, they love Showalter.
Oh yeah, the old school, man.
It's
a dying breed, man.
The old school guys that they love. Well, because the old school guys, they don't understand what wins games anymore.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays, they don't understand.
What, yelling at players and telling them they suck, like when they deserve it, that doesn't win games? I say it does.
Partly it helps.
Work for Buttermaker.
Literally, okay.
Actually, they got better when he got nicer.
Well, let me just say this.
Okay, please say your piece.
My perfect manager is Billy Martin, but he's analytically literate.
Okay.
An analytically literate version of Billy Martin. That is what I want as a manager. Billy Martin, but he thoroughly understands sabermetrics. That is what I want.
So he'll kick dirt on the plate and look at OPSs and.
Yes, he'll look at WRC plus. He'll look
WRC
at WAR.
pluses.
He'll look at fielding runs, DRS.
Yes. Okay. But that shouldn't be that hard, right? They gotta be out there.
Those guys have to be out there. They're docile. The Kevin Cash, he's one of those guys who like.
Yeah, I want the yelling one. Team. I want the throwing the Gatorade bucket around manager, man. I think that motivates players. It's like you don't want to piss off you don't want to piss off the manager. It worked for me when I played Little League. I don't want to get yelled at, so I hustled better. But
what were Little League coaches
God
back then?
Aren't
they like the war?
They were.
I assume they're like really nice now because parents are
safe spaces and you might hurt people's feelings. And everybody
parents are like
everybody wins, and and the parents get all uptight if you yell at my kid.
Parents are
baseball.
Uptight, yeah,
yell at the kid if he drops a fly ball. You know how you get
you're like when you get yelled at and then you're like crying to your mom.
Yeah,
like crying, or you're like your dad. Then
but you know what my dad told me? He was like, dude, if you catch that ball, you don't get yelled at. It's as simple as that. And the coach doesn't tell you suck. It's easy as that. You never want to hear that. Granted. However, if you hear that, you do everything in your power to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old school.
You
can't say that.
Like if I played baseball, I screwed up one of the things that my dad on the drive home, he would be like, dude, what the hell was that?
Right.
And even when we throw the ball around and play catch when I was 13, 14 years old.
Loved one, I get made fun of.
Like 14 years old.
Yeah.
I could be sitting there and be like, don't give me that Olay bullshit. Get in front of the ball.
Yeah, come on, throw it with some mustard. Yeah. Yeah. So can't do that anymore. But yeah, when I played when I was 6, this dude, big beer belly, hat, beard, smoked. He smoked during the game. Pretty sure he was
cooler of beer in the dugout.
Not that far because it was the 80s. Like it was 1980.
70s you could get away with it.
70s
you could get away with everything.
You could have the Coors Light in a cooler. But yeah, in the 80s, he didn't drink during the game. I'm pretty sure he drank before. But he didn't drink during. But he definitely smoked. It was great. It was all. He definitely drank. He had a big, huge beer cut, man. But the one thing he really did good was he yelled, man. He yelled, and I didn't want to get yelled at. So I swear I played better. I was so scared to get yelled at that I did not miss a ground ball. At least I tried not to. Tried to make some contact. At least try to play.
What position did you?
I was second base because I sucked. Second base and right, and it was right field and then second base.
Right field and say, yeah, it's like the backhanded.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you suck at defense, so
Right.
you're gonna be put out here. That's a little league.
And then you suck at defense, but we need to put you on the infield. That's second base. You don't do shortstop
because kids are at that age are all right-handed and they can't hit it the other way.
Yeah, shortstop. Because
pitchers don't throw fast enough to make it so you're late on the ball.
And the kid at third's gotta have some kind of arm to reach first. So usually, I was at the two like you suck positions, but. Yeah, man, it was pretty sort of hard knuckle. But yeah, I think that you were
sitting down in right field picking dandelions.
Yeah. Back then, though, if you were playing Lily, you like everyone expected, the parents even. It's like you expect the coach to get mad.
Yeah.
And start throwing stuff around. And the smoking was funny though, man.
Walter Matthau and the
Bad News Bears.
Yeah, Bad News Bears. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't think anything of it, but dude, now you imagine like a coach lighting up. Like, what are you doing? You can't smoke around children.
I'm pretty sure now there's pretty sure all the millennial dads, because oh god, it's so like all the hipsters are becoming parents.
Yeah.
Like so like in the way they raise their kids, there's probably you gotta assume out there like in Vermont or something. Yeah. There has to be
hippie dad.
There has to be a little league manager who just lights up a joint in the middle of a game.
Right. A joint. Oh, yeah, where it's legal? Sure. Or at least a vape or something. Yeah, you're right.
No, that's going to be kids my age.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
No. People my age are going to be vaping in the dugout.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Don't get me started on vaping, dude. It's so stupid.
It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
As I see someone that vapes, I make fun of them.
Right.
I'm like, oh my god, what a loser.
Yeah. Although Beckham Jr. ACL repaired. Also, the doctor says that he also corrected an old knee issue. So hey man, if this fixes everything.
Oh, older issue. That explains quite a lot. I mean, I assume this doctor was probably one of the best. Because again,
he's got the money, he's got the resources. We can rebuild.
At least in the United States, a lot of more money means you can get the best sort of surgeons.
Yeah.
I don't know how other doctors work, but I know like with surgeons, the more money you have, you can get one of the best.
Yeah.
Like the more money, the better.
This says, quote, when Odell tore his ACL with the Browns, the surgery didn't go as well as anyone had hoped. This past surgery went really well and probably will extend his career. It's dangerous.
Sports medicine.
Yeah. What a country. What
Sports medicine.
Sports medicine. Don't sleep on it. Sports medicine. The Mets could learn a thing or two here. You got anything else?
We're gonna look at Twitter.
Okay.
See if anything
came through.
Anything.
And again, if you're not following at Cam Woolley Show, 2 O's, 2 L's.
The Yankees dropped their lineup an hour ago.
Okay, and gone over it. Who do we got? And I know you keep you're making the Aaron Hicks should be in every day, but the Yankees aren't listening to you. Is he in today?
No, Hicks is not in, which kind of sucks. He's been playing well the last couple of games. It's Donaldson, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Based. Love that top four.
Okay.
LeMahieu. All right, nice. Gallo, who has been, I'm gonna say Joey Gallo has been having a fantastic start to this season.
Yes.
Because he's been tattooing the ball. Joey Gallo at some point in the near future is gonna go on a tear.
Okay.
He is gonna go on a tear. And he's going to carry this offense, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah.
Then after that, it's Torres, and then 2 black holes. So it doesn't matter. It's 7 hitters and 2 outs. Okay, now let's make this abundantly clear. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and thank God I didn't forget, because when I talk about a disaster of a player, dude, my God. Dude, he sucks. Every time he comes up, I have no confidence. Now Higashioka, fine. I can excuse that because a catcher, the good hitting catchers are few and far between.
Very few and far between.
Yes, and even when the Yankees had a league average hitter as a catcher, it'd make me want to blow my brains out every time he'd stay behind the plate. So at least with Higgy, I'll give him his defense.
Sure.
And even though he had the bad catcher's interference last night, that more or less lost him the game. I still don't care. Higashioka is one of the better pitch framers in the league, and he's good at defense.
All right, and
Cole, that's a pass.
Garrett Cole loves him. What are you going to do?
I will give Higgy a pass on the defense.
However.
But IKF, I don't care how good he is defensively. He is terrible offensively. They're good, especially. And also, it's totally not like there was a generational free agent shortstop class. Totally. They totally couldn't have gotten Carlos Correa or Corey Seager for nothing but money.
Right.
They totally. My point is, there was a market there. Yeah. It was an easy fix in free agency.
Right, and they didn't do it though. I don't.
Every time, and I said this at the beginning before the season. I said this after the Freddie Freeman thing slipped through.
Yes.
I said this. I said there are going to be multiple occasions this year where we're going to see these guys at these positions where they cheaped out, screw up, and we're going to think, you got to wonder what would have happened if Carlos Correa was in that situation instead of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Well, just for context, kind of IKF, as you call him, 1 for 17, 1 walk.
Garbage. And he's not going to be this garbage for the entire season. At least I hope.
He's got a big hole to
Dear God.
So 1 for 17, that translates to a 0.59 batting average after 17 at bats. So, yeah.
When 2/9 of your lineup are out, you're going to score less runs. It's not even like he has good plate discipline. He sucks. And when he does make contact with the ball, it's drilled into the ground.
Right. Higashioka is 1 for 18, so yeah.
First plate appearance of the season, he singled, and it's been nothing since then.
So no walks, 4 strikeouts.
My God, it's awful. And they hit the ball on the ground softly. Jesus Christ. And we talk about contact. Oh, make contact. Put the ball in play. Good things happen. I don't care how often you put the ball in play. I'd rather have a guy who strikes out 40% of the time but has a 5% ground ball rate than a guy like Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Yeah.
Straight up, because at least a strikeout is only 1 out. You give the guy another chance. I want to look. If I was GM of the Yankees, I'd take next offseason and I'd try to replace shortstop with a guy who has a hideously low ground ball rate. I'm talking like sub 20%. Puts the ball in the air.
Right.
Lifts the baseball. Hits the ball hard. That's what you need to find.
Right.
No, to make a contact hitting it's a dying breed.
It's a lost art, my friends. It's a lost art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are your 2 black holes on the New York Yankees, ladies and gentlemen. Well, maybe they're just slow starters.
I don't care.
Just slow starters.
I don't care. Dude, in this division, every game matters. Every game matters after slow starts.
Yeah. Anyways.
Modern. All right. So, I'm looking for any last minute. I'm just refreshing Twitter.
No sweat. Again, follow Cam Woolley Show at Cam Woolley Show on Twitter. 2 O's, 2 L's. My favorite Twitter account. But I like it when my friends go off the deep end. So, on a daily basis,
yes.
Yeah. Or if you can't watch the game, you can see you could get a pretty good gauge on if it's going well or not. Yankees, Devils, for the most part. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, and good luck. I hope they beat the Jays tonight because I can't stand them again. Good luck. Who's on the mound?
Severino.
Okay.
I'm excited.
We are.
I'm excited. I like seeing Luis Severino.
Hopefully he doesn't.
And you know what? I'm sitting here this weekend. I'm looking at this stretch of games. I'm like, oh, thank God. 3-game set against the Orioles at Camden Yards.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like,
But yeah, enjoy that expanded weird ass left field wall. By the way,
so weird. That totally wasn't put in because of the Yankees. So, or Vladimir Guerrero Jr. or any team that has gone in there and has just bludgeoned the
That would
Orioles.
be most teams. So everybody, it's for everybody. It was a group effort.
Compensation.
It was a group effort. Thanks. Yeah.
And now that I'm saying that the Yankees are gonna lose the series, and we're gonna come.
Oh God.
I'm gonna come in next week, and you're.
That would be awesome. I'm have
Oh
a
my God.
big freaking grin on my face. Like, hey,
Be like the Joker.
how about them? How about them O's?
Why so
Yeah.
serious?
If that happens, I'll come. I gotta dig out my gear. I'll come decked out. Like, I'll look like the Oriole bird.
Yes. If you have the head anywhere.
I'm checking on Amazon. Is there an Oriole? Can I buy a costume?
Oh my God.
You can buy anything on Amazon,
Hair restoration system.
including that. I am looking up Oriole bird costumes, though, just for the hell of it. And we have, nope. These are no Oriole bird costumes. There's got to be one out there though.
Mario costume.
Yeah, but no Oriole bird costume. Oh well. I'm checking now. I'm checking Google. Lord, I thought you could get everything. Oh, here you go. Get one. You get a really like the high class one, $419. I'm not going that high. Then you get the cheaper one for $1.25. Or
That'd be so creepy.
shoot, man. If
Are there any do like Oriole birds like come around here?
like the actual bird?
Oriole birds? Yeah.
I think they're an East Coast bird, I believe. So
I mean, but
I gotta check out this one.
Hang on, I haven't.
Oh
I've
wait,
seen-
if you use the discount code, you can get it for $385. Wow, so I guess that would be probably about a medium color, same as the picture. Custom colors. Okay, so they actually, this is a courtesy of a website called greatmascot.com. So I guess they do custom mascot uniforms. That's funny, man. Is this one of these weird Chinese sites? It probably is. Although for $300, no, this might be. This is a weird site, man. You can, yeah.
What, like you haven't bought anything off of sketchy websites before?
I have.
You have all this stuff in here. There's not everything here could have come legitimately.
Oh, you see, yeah, this isn't official. See on the hat, there's no, but that can be easily remembered. There's no O logo on the hat, so that'd be funny, man. Oh, all right, not yet. The Orioles make the playoffs, though, man. By some miracle, then I'll go get this costume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's how confident I am that that's not happening.
Oh my God.
Do they have a 0% chance of reaching again? Remember last year?
I remember that was hilarious. Like the Fangraphs, the projections.
Oh, was it Fangraphs?
Or some projection.
It was like some. It was like at least a halfway legit site. Yeah.
Some projection.
Yeah.
I know it was some projection model, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. So, from Ming Chen and a Shared Universe podcast studio, I am Cameron Woolley. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, check out my other stuff, and as always, stay classy, New Jersey.